Hello everybody, welcome to Tpull's Corner. This is Travis, and the name of this deck is called Sparse Ground. Why? Because there's only 16 lands. Recently we did mono green and we went the other direction, we put in 28 lands, and that worked pretty well. But I was remembering, back when I got hello? Okay. I'm just going to say they were afraid of me, and that's that. Let's go in and show you the entire deck real quick. Okay. So I did a mono red deck and I did a mono white deck, and they both had 16 lands, and they crushed. They did so well. I started thinking, what if I do 16 lands with the other colors? So we looked to green. Green, I had gone the other way and did 28 lands, and that deck did nicely. This one has a ton of 2-drops. So we've got mostly creatures, 30 creatures, 2.1 mana average cost. We start with a bushwhack, so we can go search for land if we need it. Evolving Adaptive has oil counters, and we get, whenever they put out something that's tougher, either in power or toughness, then we get to increase by adding an oil counter onto it. We have Fang of Shigeki, our regular 1/1 Death Touch chump blocker. 3 Rustvine Cultivators, we can put oil counters on them and then remove the oil counters to untap target land. So if we don't have enough land, we've got some extra mana generated here. Along with the Armored Scrap Gorger, that also gives us mana. When we exile enough, that gives us 3 oil counters. Eventually it becomes a 3/3. 2 Atraxas Fall, take out the battles and the enchantments and the flyers and stuff like that. 4 Epic Confrontations, those are fight spells. That's mostly the only interaction we have in terms of being able to take out opponents. Maybe we'll get lucky, one of them will be with Fang of Shigeki, we can take out a big one. Not enough power, but the Death Touch will kill it. 3 Fauna Shamans, we can go get whatever creature we happen to want. If we do want a bigger creature, we can just discard a creature up in our hand. Since we have 30 creatures, we should have plenty of ammo. 1 Protector Spell for Gaia's Gift to give them indestructible and hexproof. Gala Greeters, which we can also pump up as we add more creatures to the battlefield. Ghost Shintai of Boundless Vigor, all we need to do is have 1 free mana at the end of the turn, and it gets +1 counters every turn. Inquarian Beastcaller, when we add creatures, that gets a +1 counter every turn. So a lot of growth here, a lot of potential for growth. The Reclusive Taxidermist only costs 2. We get to use these for mana dorks. So again, 16 lands, we might need some more mana help, right? So this one adds 1 mana of any color. When we get 4 more creatures in our graveyard, they get +3/+2 and turn into 4/4 creatures. 1 Terra Sunder for artifacts and enchantments to exile them. 4 Atomical Honor Guards, 3 ones with Ward 2. 3 Vengeant Earth, target creature or land you control becomes a 4/4 elemental creature with haste. It must be blocked this turn if able. 1 3-drop, Polychronos Reborn, 4/5 with reach because there are a lot of flyers sometimes. Fertile Its Favor is ramp, we get to go look for a basic land card. Invasion of Zendikar, search for 2 basic land cards. And the big creatures, Consuming Blob, which keeps adding creatures to our battlefield at the end of every turn. Defiler of Vigor to give us a +1 counter on Defiler every time we cast a green permanent spell. And 1 Phyrexian Praetor Vorinclex, which we can go ahead and turn into the Enchantment Saga, which it's not letting me show you in this way. But we got 1 Hunter's Maze, 1 Field of Ruin, 2 Besiju, and 12 basic forests. And that's it. And let's see what happens. Because I take my mono red aggro into ranked and I still flood out even though I have 16 lands. And it turns out, when Arena wants you to lose, they just make you draw lands. And I'll have, like out of 20 cards, I'll have maybe 11 lands and 9 spells somehow. It's really weird in a deck with only 16 lands to have 11 lands in your top 3 of your deck, but you know. It happens to me very frequently because Arena can only have me winning so many times on ranked. We start with the obligatory 2 lands, and we bring down the Evolving Adaptive. And we bring down the Evolving Adaptive. And we attack with the Evolving Adaptive. Wow, they're acting like a blue player. This isn't that tough a deck, is it? I recommend you play a land. It's turn 2. I know it's a very important turn. Entire matches can be won or lost on turn 2. But if you'll just play a land... They have an old spell book. Get him in the eye. See, they did play a land. I knew you could do it. Oh, they played 2 spells. Scared of you. Okay, let's do Fauna Shaman. Since they're tapped out, they can't do anything against these. Breath Forge, alright. Yeah, we can block that for now. If my computer would not freeze. Come on. There you go. Okay, next. Let's do this. Let's make the Fuseling block our Fauna Shaman. We wait for them to figure it out. Looking at your artifacts isn't going to help you any. Again, must be blocked this turn. They'll figure it out. Eventually. You can read the card right there. It tells you. I just cast a spell. What did I cast? Come on, put 1 and 1 together. You can do it. I guess we just go make our pet belt some flame. Oh, they figured it out over here. I'm so sorry. We expect people to play a little bit faster than this. Actually, we don't anymore. We know Arena matches me against all the slow people. It would not be a published video. It would not be complete without the obligatory ropes almost every single turn. What is this, turn 3? Did we rope on turn 1? I don't think we roped on turn 1. Even turn 1 ropes are kind of rare. But, you know, Arena will find my opponents for me. Oh, y'all can fast forward. I gotta sit through this and wait. Did they leave? Did they just get fed up and leave? I feel like we should go ahead and get some more mana generation, but this will pump up the adaptives with the power of 3. And that's about as high as we can go right now. Unless I use Gaia's Gift on somebody next turn. No, that won't work because it has to be summoned, right? Yeah, it has to enter the battlefield. So pumping them up while they're on the battlefield will not work. And I think they're AWOL. I think they left. Our first opponent didn't want to face us. Our second opponent had to go to the bathroom. Granted, if they don't have any removal or any creatures to put down, it seems kind of weird, but They only had a turn or two left anyway. Okay. And are we having fun yet? No. How about... Can we have a regular match arena with somebody who's actually going to sit down and play us a game? I mean, at this point, we're just going to get the obligatory forced loss. I'd rather have one where the opponent's actually there and, you know, playing their cards. They don't scoop on turn 1. I mean, I do need to get my 15 wins for the day, but still. This is getting a little ridiculous. Did I lose too much in my playtesting? Is that what happened? Alright, 2 lands, let's go. No, 3 lands. Sweet. Gala Greeters will probably die soon if they've got red. Oh, they've got 3 colors. Scared of you. Okay, so let's put down the adaptive. Let's go do a treasure token for that. And then we'll put down the shaman. And both of them get a +1. Board wipes are what kills us. 4 colors. Wow. We're still getting land. And why do they choose to do that? They milled 3 lands? What do we do? Treasure token. And I think we save the Vengeant Earths. They are instants, right? Yeah. That's a lot of land. That's basically 9 lands I see from you. Can you do anything else? Okay, we've got Gaea's Gift to make one of them indestructible. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did you have, like, the only thing you had to do was play lands and that's all you're trying to do? What is going on with what Arena puts this deck against? They're there, they played their lands. I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. It's because it's a Sunday, isn't it? I'll publish this on a weekday. I'm playing on a Sunday. Mad Max. Okay. Mad Max has got to have some crazy spells, right? Only 1 land. Do we dare? Why not? Let's push it. Let's see what we can get done here. Second creature, pump up the adaptive, attack with the adaptive. First blood is ours! 3 colors from them already. And an Urabrass Forge. That could be troublesome. I don't know why we're waiting. They're tapped out, so it's not like there's anything left for them to do. It's either attack or not. And they attack even though they know I can block. So we're going to be up against that kind of person, are we? Oil counter goes on you. I do need 1 more land, so we'll go look for it. Okay, let's do... 3, 4. Remove an oil counter, untap target land. We will get rid of you now. We will attack with the 6/6, and it must be blocked by Go Shintai, so we don't have to worry about them creating a bunch of 1/1s every turn. We need a second for them to... Oh, I was going to say realize that they couldn't block us. I guess I say I had fun. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Did we just win 4 in a row? Was that 3 or 4? I feel like we've gone fast enough. I have time for one more. Have I really shown the deck off enough? It's just a little weird. There's always a forced loss by the third win, right? Almost always. Magic's just pranking me. That's all there is to it. Ooh, a Rot Priest. There we go. Now I'm sure to lose. Let's go ahead and put down Fang of Shigeki. I guess we play this for the regular land. And let's go look for... Actually, maybe we want the fight spell? If they tap out, we can fight. We can use Bushwhack to fight. Ouch. It's one of those decks. Okay, so if we fight... Okay, we don't die, though. Fang of Shigeki doesn't die from this. So, Rot Priest comes back because of the enchantment. I don't bother attacking. And I can still fight it again next turn. I just need them not to have a second one of those. Okay, good. They tapped out the wrong colors. If they don't have blue or green... Hey now. I wasn't counting on them having that cheap spell available. That's a little messed up. Okay, so... We do this to Evolving Adaptive, and we fight. We're up to 6 poison counters already. All we've done is clear the field. And they gave us their 2 most expensive creatures out of the entire deck that we can't use at all. Did I mention we were due for a forced loss? Okay, now Death Touch, so obviously we can't even attack anymore. 7 poison. Just enough land to be absolutely worthless. And my opponent with 3 potential cards to use while I've got 2 dead cards in my hand. Does this seem fair to you? 3 more Rot Priests in that deck. And they got removal already. 8, 9 poison counters, 10. This should win them, right? Because they proliferate twice, and that's game. Alright. Yeah, two of my 5. Shall we go in and look at my deck one more time? I know I wait till the very end, but I just want to emphasize something. 16 lands in the deck. We still pulled 4 with what we could do, so we still matched our opponent for the number of lands. But I only have 3 5-drops in the entire deck. If you were around for last week, I mentioned in at least one of my videos that Magic doesn't allow me to play more than 2 5-drops in a single deck. If I put a third one in, then I get too many in my hand and I end up having dead cards. And lo and behold, even on this deck, that still happens. I've got 30 creatures and made sure that 2 of them in my top 5 draws were the 5-drops. 2 of my 3 5-drops. This is no longer considered to be coincidence, okay? So the last, one of the more recent decks I did in the last couple days, was one where I intentionally overloaded it with really powerful cards, but I had ways to cheapen the cost. So that worked out nice. But I've grown, and I mentioned this last time too, on the regular decks. I'm really tired of other people being able to play Atali and Atraxa and breach the multiverse, and they get their combos off perfectly, even early. And I have just a third 5-drop, and they kill me with not enough land and with all the more powerful cards in my deck up front. And it doesn't matter if I have 16 cards or 28 cards or 24 cards for lands. It always happens that way. And the fact that it happens to me every single day is really disturbing. Because I don't get to go first either a lot. I go first approximately, on a good day, 33% of the time. And some days it's less than that. So Magic's already got this bias against me because there's a definite advantage to going first. So I'm going first a minority of the time. And it keeps giving me my overpowered cards really early in the game. Look, I can't play this. I have to mulligan. Again, I only have 3 5-drops, and it gave me 2 of them, and it only gave me the 1 land. The conspiracy is real, people. Yeah, when I'm mulligan, that's when you let me go first. When I'm at a different kind of disadvantage. Okay, is my opponent at least going to play a card? Are you at least there? Thank you. Was that hard? Foil counter. Next one. That's my turn. Foil counter. Find a land. Play the land. Attack, first blood is mine. If they put out a Polychronos Reborn, I'm gonna... No way. No way. Okay, fine. Oh, hang on. I have to tap it first, and then I have to go and untap the target land manually. It won't do it automatically. There we go. There, I have one too. Are you happy? Yeah, all they have to do is nothing, right? No, they have to pay 7 to transform it. Okay. 7 to transform that one. 6 and a life. 6 and 2 life. Okay, so what do? I guess we just put down what we can. And we wait. We can still put these on at instant speed, so we could use them as chump blockers. They're not going to do anything, right? Okay, so we go ahead and put the oil counters on. Let's see, another one of these. Untap one of the lands. In the turn, spend the land to put a counter on Goshintai. They have a Korean Beast Collar. This is a mirror match somehow. You got a Polychronos Reborn and a Quirion Beast Collar. I'm so dead. Because they're not... Oh, hey, hello. I was going to say, they're not giving me mine. No extra mana to spend. I've got to go ahead and do this stuff. At least one. Okay, we'll do 2. It's not going well. Pay for Go Shintai. I'm okay with that. Pass to blockers. We'll block with these two. Where do you put the counters? They should put it on the Oddity. The Oddity has Trample. Or the Jewel Thief. There you go. Alright, 7-7 now. How do we fight that? Well, I guess we bring you down. Then we bring you down. Get rid of that one. And then we untap a target land, and we untap a target land. Oh, what the? Did I misclick? I misclicked. Do they have enough of an army yet? Oh, hello. Why do I have so few cards and they still have all those cards up there? And they have more land. Oh, because they're playing stuff off the top of the deck, aren't they? They're playing lands off the top this whole time. It is a mirror match. They have the evolving adaptives too. Okay, we'll do that. We'll keep our query on Beastcaller. And do we have anything that's like... Oh, we do. Do we do that? Oh, let's get rid of Shigeki. Exile that. They go get their land. We're done. I feel like they still can't... They could transform this into the 8/8 anytime... Oh, there's their Defiler. Hey, they get their Defiler? I mulliganed mine away. How could they... How did Magic find... out of everybody... I just created this deck yesterday. They've got the Query on Beastcaller. They've got another Query on Beastcaller, so they've got at least two like me. They've got the Evolving Adaptive. They've got the Defiler. And Arena gives them all of their stuff first. Whereas it made me mulligan with only one land. The conspiracy is real, people. This is Arena's way of showing me how to properly do my deck as soon as I get an idea. Arena goes in and analyzes the cards. It found so many commonalities. It said, hey, guess what? This is how you actually do the deck. Let's see. So if I do... If we block you here... 4, 5, 6, 7... And we block you here. And we remove this to do that. And then we turn you into a 4/4. We can knock out a second creature. So really all I need to do is put an Augur of Autumn in my deck and go back up to the regular number of lands and I'll be fine with this deck. Alright, we started off awesome with people that would quit, that would rope us and quit, that would quit within the first 2 or 3 turns. And then when we won enough, Arena decided that we'd had enough time winning. And so now you get to see a nice deck with 16 lands that can still pull off a lot of wins. And you just saw another deck that's based around some of the exact same cards, like Defiler of Vigor and Evolving Adaptive, and let's see, Quirion Beastcaller. They had at least one other one I think that was similar in there. Oh, Polyukranos Reborn. And the same cards we do, except they had the one other card that allowed them to play cards off the top of their deck. So maybe I'll just go make that deck next time. I mean, that one looked fun too. But I'm not sure what to say about that. Arena still astounds me with how it's able to find the mirror matches. Within minutes sometimes of me creating a particular concept that I had. Just shows you out of all the people out there, I mean, was it a bot deck then? Did Arena just cobble that together? Did the team of wizards that spies on me, did they just go say, oh, hey, he's using these cards. Let's go add in a couple others that we can do. And we'll make sure to give our player, give him lots of lands, and then we'll give Travis like 1 at the beginning. And 2 of his 5-drops. And then when he mulligans his favorite 5-drop away, we're going to play the 5-drop on him. He's going to love it. It'll be great. All right. That's how Arena treats me. Let me know what you think in the comments. Remember, everybody, like and subscribe. Have a good one. I'll catch you next time.